This is the Lockpicking Lawyer. The lock I have for you today is a CES half Euro profile cylinder. This was sent to me by Rick in the UK, so Rick, thanks again for these, for all the locks you sent me. There are quite a few great ones in there. This lock has at least 4 challenges that conspire to keep us out of it. The first is a pretty tight keyway that I'll show you as we gut it. The second is we have some pretty extreme bidding. In fact, I'm not sure you can get much worse than that. Then we have great tolerances on the lock, really pretty impressive. And finally, we have some security pins in there. So we are going to try to overcome them and get into this lock. I'm using bottom of the keyway tension right now. You don't see me use that often. One of the exceptions for when I use bottom of the keyway is when I actually use the tension wrench itself to lever the pick off of. And I think that's probably the best way to approach this keyway. So we are using bottom of the keyway tension with a Sparrow's medium wiper insert and my number 7 hook in 18 thousandths. Okay, nothing from 1, nothing on 2. Okay, we're binding on 3. Okay, got a couple clicks out of him. Okay, 4. Okay, got a little click out of 4. Trying to get under 5. There we go, 5. Binding very tightly. Okay, got a click there. I think we got 5 set. Let's go back to the beginning. 1 is binding. Nothing on 2. Okay, 3 put us in a false set. Nothing on 4 or 5. Nothing on 1. Okay, 2 getting counter rotation. Come on. To be very careful. There we go, got her open. I was going to say you have to be very careful with setting those spools because the tolerances make it real easy to drop other pins in the process. Okay, let's take this lock apart and I'll show you what's inside. Let's maybe we don't have to relock it. Let's see if we can get that guy off. Or maybe we do have to relock it. There we go. Got her off. Let's get the key. Okay, let's dump these pins out. Okay, they're a little bit tight coming out, so let's see if I can help them along. Okay, number 1 is standard. 2 is standard. These pins just do not want to get out of there. There we go. 3 is standard. 4 and 5. There's 4. And let's move 5 over. Okay, anything? Yeah, it looks like we've got some counter milling on the core there. Get some better light on here. Can barely make it out there, but tiny bit of counter milling. Okay, now let's get the, oh, and also let me show you the keyway, give you just a head-on shot of that. As you can see, it's a pretty tight keyway. It's actually very difficult to get at. Okay. 1 is standard. 2 is a long spool. 3 is standard. 4 is standard. And 5 is standard. And looks like all the springs are the same. Okay, so okay pinning here. Doesn't look that impressive, but I'll tell you, this lock is punching above its weight. For the pinning there, this lock is much harder than you might think. Okay, let me give you a close-up of all of this. Okay, here's our pins. All standard key pins, 3 standard drivers in slots 1, 3, and 5, and 2 spools in slots 2 and 4. And then let's take a close look at that plug. You can barely make it out that there is some countermilling there. There you go. I think that focused in there. So not a bad little lock. It's really the tolerances and the bitting that gave you the challenge here, but the rest of it all conspires to make it a really good pick. Okay, Rick, thanks for this lock. That's it on it for now. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe. And as always, have a nice day. Thank you.